comes a season when something inside you begins to shift. Not suddenly, not dramatically, not with any kind of announcement. Just a quiet, steady awareness that you're no longer the younger version of yourself, and you're not meant to be. You've lived enough life now that you're entering a season marked by a different kind of clarity. A season where your experience stops being something behind you and starts becoming something you stand on. A season where you begin becoming the elder of your own life. And I don't mean elder in the way the world sometimes uses it. Not frail, not fading, not stepping aside. I mean elder in the truest sense of the word, the one who carries wisdom, the one who sees farther, the one who understands the long view, the one who's lived enough life to speak gently and still be heard. This season doesn't arrive with fanfare, it arrives with recognition. And here's the part most people never get to name. Your body usually enters this season before your mind does. You start noticing you're less reactive. You don't chase every opinion. You don't need to win every argument. You don't need to prove yourself the way you once did. There's a quiet strength settling in, a steadiness that wasn't there before, and you can feel it. You're not trying to be impressive anymore. You're trying to be honest. You're trying to be present. You're trying to be whole. That's elderhood. That's the season you're stepping into. It's not a title someone gives you. It's a role you grow into. And it usually begins with a simple realization. I've lived enough life to trust myself now. You start making decisions from a deeper place. You start listening differently. You start noticing what matters and what never did. You start letting go of things you used to hold tightly. You start holding gently the things you used to overlook. And slowly, almost without noticing, you begin to lead your life from wisdom instead of urgency. That's the moment you become the elder of your own life. Not because you're older, but because you're wiser. Not because you've lost something, but because you've gained something. Not because you're stepping back, but because you're stepping into a new kind of authority. The kind that doesn't need to announce itself. And here's the beautiful part. When you become the elder of your own life, you stop waiting for someone else to tell you who you are. You stop waiting for permission. You stop waiting for validation. You stop waiting for the world to catch up to your clarity. You begin to trust the person you've become. You begin to trust the lessons you've learned. And you begin to trust the wisdom you've earned the hard way. You begin to trust the quiet voice inside you that says, you know the way now. And maybe for the first time in your life, you realize you're not looking for an elder anymore. You're becoming one. Not just for others, but for yourself. You become the one who steadies you. You become the one who guides you. You become the one who speaks truth to you. You become the one who reminds you of who you are when life gets loud. That's elderhood. That's maturity. That's emotional adulthood. And it's not something you age into. It's something you grow into. So if you're feeling this shift, if you're noticing a new steadiness, a new clarity, a new sense of self, you're not imagining it. You're entering a new season. A season where your life finally makes sense in a way it didn't before. A season where you become the elder of your own life. And that's not an ending, it's a beginning. A beginning marked not by youth, but by wisdom. Not by speed, but by depth. Not by proving, but by becoming. This is a season where you stop living from the outside in. You start living from the inside out. This is a season where your story becomes a resource, where your experiences become a compass, where your presence becomes a gift. This is the season where you step into the role you've been growing toward your entire life. You've earned this. You've lived this. You've become this. You're the elder of your own life right now. And that's a beautiful place to stand. Now you take care. Stay connected.